Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of The Kitchen. I know recently I made a cobbler. This week I'm making another one with blackberries instead of lemon pie mix. We're just going with fresh blackberries this time. And I'm making it just classic style. So I got everything set up, 6 simple ingredients. And we'll get together. We'll see you in just a moment. Alright, we start off, the oven is preheating at 350 degrees. I have a stick of butter in my casserole dish, or cake dish, whichever way you want to say it. For the cobbler, we'll just call it a cake dish. I have it on low, so the butter will melt down but not get too hot. You don't want the pan cooking hot when you pour the batter in there. You want it just to be warm. So once the butter melts down, I'll turn the stove top off. We'll be doing 1.5 cup of self-rising flour, 1.5 cup of milk, 1.5 cup of sugar, about, I would say, about a cup of blackberries. Fresher the better. And then about 1.5 teaspoons, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. So let me go ahead and get this all mixed together. Like I said, 1.5 cups of sugar. Might as well use up the rest of this. This is almost done anyway. So it can be an about thing. I need to get more sugar next time. We'll go ahead and give that a good mix before we add our milk. Now, just like we did last time, you're going to want the butter to melt down, then you're going to pour the batter in without mixing it into the butter. Then you're just going to drop the blueberries in and bake it. The cobbler will pretty well form itself while it's in the oven. You can do this with about any type of fruit. You can get peach pie filling, or you can just do fresh peach wedges. Same with apples, same with cherries. You can do it with pie filling, or you can just do it with the fresh vegetables. Or you can warm up the berries over the stove with sugar and a little bit of water. However you want to do it, but I like doing with the fresh berries because all the sweetness will be in the cake mix itself. Alright, so that's done. We will add about 1.5 teaspoons to 2 teaspoons of vanilla to the milk. And we'll go ahead and add that to our flour sugar mix. So just remember, when you're making the batter, it's 1 part milk, 1 part flour, 1 part sugar. All even parts. And you want to mix it until it's just thinner than a pancake batter. So I'm still waiting on the butter to melt. Let me go ahead and mix this a little bit more. You can let it sit for a while too and set. So about that much. You want it definitely kind of thin. So we'll be back in a moment when the butter is melted. Alright, so the butter is melted pretty good in here. We'll go ahead and turn the stove top off. There we go. Take the batter, go ahead and pour it in there evenly. Like I said, do not mix it into the butter. You just let it pour in, let the butter do its thing, let the batter do its thing. Go ahead and scrape this out. And then next up, you want to take your blueberry or your blackberries. You can do blueberries if you want, raspberries, any type of fruit you want. And you just drop them into the batter. Again, do not mix them into the batter. In fact, we'll just there we go. Kind of reach in there and move around a little bit just to even them out. That's about 12 ounces of blackberries there. You can do 16, 24, how many ever you want. If you want a lot in there, go ahead and put a lot in there. It really doesn't matter how much fruit you put in there until it's reasonable. So we'll go ahead and bake this for about 35 minutes. Check it and go ahead and top it with a little bit of brown sugar, and then we'll put it back in the oven for another 10 minutes. So we'll be right back. Alright, I can tell it's not done yet. This has been about 35 minutes. But this is a good point to go ahead and put a little bit of brown sugar on top of it. Just to kind of give it a texture. Here we go. Alright, so we'll go ahead and push that back in. Give it about another 10 minutes. So we'll be back in just a moment. Alright, 10 minutes was up, and I went ahead and put it on broil for about 2 minutes to caramelize the brown sugar and brown the top a little bit. This is about how you want it. So I'm going to let it sit and cool for a little while. And then I'll cut into it and take a few pictures. And that's pretty much it. So, as usual, hit that like button, please. And if you try to cook anything that I make, just let me know how it turned out for you. And until next time, we'll have a great week and a great weekend, and bon appetit.